I hope you're doing well today, and on this video I'm talking about some kettlebell cleans. So why kettlebell cleans are important? First of all, being a unilateral exercise, it's great to balance right to left strength, and it will massively help you on core strength. So you have to use a lot of your obliques to balance up the weight that you're moving on one side or the other. It's a great exercise to supplement your barbell training if you're doing quite a lot of Olympic lifting and CrossFit work, anything that basically requires any of the barbell clean and jerk and hand cleans. But anyway, today I'm talking about kettlebell cleans. So first of all, with a kettlebell clean, we are looking into the wrist position. That is very different from any other position that you have on a barbell clean. Because on a barbell clean, you'll be catching the barbell with the top of your palm. So the barbell, you have to adjust your body to the way that the barbell moves, and you'll extend your elbows up to then catch the barbell. With a kettlebell, we're doing none of that. We're having a very strict and straight position here on the wrist. You're catching the kettlebell on a diagonal position on your palm, and you have 3 points of contact, that being just here the bottom of your thumb, the bottom position here of your palm, and then a third point of contact that it will be just here by your forearms, right at the top, the bottom of your wrist. The way that the kettlebell moves, also it'll change the load from one side of your body into the opposite. So you have that slightly rotation of the weight of the bell, the kettlebell. So you need to be able to catch the kettlebell without bruising your wrist. It's not going to happen straight away, so you require a bit of practice. You also have to try and loosen up your body with it, not to be too tense. And if you learn how to catch the kettlebell correctly, that will fix your bruising. Another good tip on that is not to hold the kettlebell too tight, so you leave a little bit of room to rotate in your arm. Okay, so before I break the movement into some smaller parts, I'm going to show you how a kettlebell clean looks like, and then I'll strip it down so you can then learn how to perform these movements at its best. So I'm going to start with the starting position that will have your feet hip width apart, with a hinge from the hip and soft on the knees, like we do with a kettlebell swing. We want to make sure that our back is always straight, and we keeping our core engaged and never hyperextend your lumbar, your spine here. So you want to have your tail tucked in as much as you can, especially when you catch. Okay, so starting position, hinge from the hips, soft on the knees. I'm going to have my thumb pointing in towards my inner thighs, and I'm going to try and bring the kettlebell as far as back as I can, and use that power from the hip to swing the kettlebell up and catch it. So compared to a kettlebell swing, when the kettlebell goes quite far away from your body, you're now going to try and bring it up. So the kettlebell doesn't just travel away from you, the kettlebell doesn't travel away from you, the kettlebell needs to try up parallel to your body. And then as you can see, when I'm catching it, my elbow is tucked in towards right at the bottom of my rib cage, kinda on my hip bone, but not quite that low. That's more of a competition style that we're not going to talk about it today. So we're going to try and stay nice and tall on the spine, catch the kettlebell. As you can see, there's a nice and straight line here where I catch, and these are the 3 points of contact that I was explaining earlier. One here, second here right at the bottom, and then a third one here. So as you can see, the weight of the kettlebell is now here to the outside of my arm. Just to keep the kettlebell here in this position, I can already feel here my core, this obliques, tensing up, so then my body doesn't do this. So that's why it's very important not to lean against it with your other free hand. So I don't want to push myself in and get force, create force with this hand. This hand is out the way, I'm not really using it, and everything starts from the hip and the kettlebell shouldn't flick too forceful into your forearms, otherwise you end up with a nice purple bruise on the outside of your forearms. Okay, so let's try. I'm going to try and slow down a bit so you can see the movement as it happens. So starting again here with my thumb in, hinge from the hips, strong core, shoulders back. As you can see, spine nice and aligned. I always like to keep my chin tucked in as well, so then my cervical spine is also nice and aligned. Never perform the movement like that. Okay, so thumb in, get hold of the kettlebell. I'm going to create that little bit of momentum by swinging the kettlebell in. So in towards my inner thighs, up, catch. And again, breathe in, powerful catch. You can see how the kettlebell and the wrist position slightly move halfway through the movement to then end up into that catch position. Now, never catch the kettlebell with your wrist bent like that, always with your wrist straight, like the punching movement. So that's what you want it. Nice and solid position here, and not hold the kettlebell too tight, so then you give that little bit of free movement, free rotation. And again, in, catch. We're gonna switch with left. So thumb in, position of the kettlebell, swing it in, nice and powerful, turn my inner thigh, up and catch. See how as I'm trying to keep the kettlebell as close as I can to my body without swinging it too far. The moment that you swing too far, you create too much of range of movement, too much movement here that it will stop the kettlebell to travel in a straight line and to catch it in the right position. So trying to keep the kettlebell as close as you can to your body. You will feel so much smoother, it will feel so much lighter. Okay, so I was performing here with the left. Let's carry on. I'm going to do 5. Look at my elbow. Straight. Wrist. And here we go. That was the kettlebell clean. I highly advise you to perform these movements with a light kettlebell first to get yourself confident with how the kettlebell should move to the catch position. Just have a look at how your body is reacting to the movement, how your body is moving with it. Once you're performing this movement quite smoothly and correctly, then progress to a heavier bell. Great, that's all for kettlebell cleans. I hope you enjoyed. Great practicing.